Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the United States of America, are you aware that there is a border crisis that is destroying America? Are you aware of that? In this description below this video, I have a video that goes over a lot of the information and what is happening by people who work at the border. Now, that video is about 2 hours long, and my video is short. But please listen to that video. It's going to be in the description of this video when you have time. Now, I also want to ask you to please like, share, subscribe, and even support my efforts in any way you see fit, whether it just be to like, share, and subscribe, or if you also want to financially support my efforts, I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. So, I'm looking at my notes here, and I'm going to go ahead and give you some of the many problems discussed in the video that are occurring because of this illegal immigration crisis along our western and southern borders. These issues affect each and every citizen in our country, not just the people at the border. Now, whether you believe it or not, that there is an illegal immigration crisis or not, you must listen to this entire video closely. The people in this panel from the video are from Yuma, Arizona. That is the area that they are working, and they have the authority, and they know what is really going on at their border. These are the real people that work there and do the work. These aren't just politicians. So you can get this link to the entire video in the description below. So let's go over a few of these incredibly concerning issues. Before I get started here, you will notice that not a single Democrat attended this hearing. Now, why? It's because this is what they want: chaos. Now, what do we mean by chaos? There's a lot of things going on right now in regards to race this and race that and riots and defund the police and hey, we want to get rid of your guns and hey, the white man is the bad man and the black people are suppressed, right? They want confusion, chaos, and why? They're doing it to distract you so that they can create a socialist, communist, one world order. Now, the Democrats, you'll notice I call them Democrats because it used to be like, are you crazy? You're not thinking clearly. These people know what the hell they are doing. This is not, oh, I had no idea. They are doing this crap on purpose. And that's why I call them Democrats. If the people know what the heck is going on, it's no longer ignorance, it's evil, in my opinion. And I think they are overwhelmed by demons. And they can't see and they don't care to see what the heck is going on. So the Democrats are saying that this is a stunt. That video, you'll hear the politicians talk about, oh, it's a stunt. This is no freaking stunt. All right? A stunt would be Evel Knievel, all right? This affects our lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this affects all of us. I'll talk about all of these quickly and as we continue, but here's the rundown. Okay, let me give you the rundown. Population growth, what happens with that? Caring for these people, the cost, the money, the housing, the healthcare, the travel, and all the resource involved with that. The rise in crime, drugs, killing our family members and all across the country, and so much more. So let's talk about the border crossing itself. Now, under President Trump, our border was almost completely closed when President Trump left the office. There was just a little bit more left. And now the border is wide the hell open. All right? The wall was already paid for, and walls work. So let me explain that. Okay. The Democrats are always talking about, oh, we want to provide the Border Patrol with all the technology and all of the agents that they need. Ladies and gentlemen, you have walls on your home. Why? For shelter and to protect you from the outside. A lot of people have fences and walls around their properties. Why? Because they freaking work. Okay? I'm sick and tired of this. The walls don't work. Now, one of the things that comes to my mind right now is the fact that, hey, what about these are human beings, these are people. I get it. I'm a Christian. I love people. We want immigrants over here, but you got to do it the right way. You cannot flood into our country. So, without walls, without the walls, we do not have a country. Do you understand? We don't have a country. We have to have walls to stop this flood. Now, why is everybody coming here? Because this is the best country on the planet Earth. And they all want to come here to the land of opportunity, the for freedoms, for hope, for prosperity. And of course, the Democrats and these socialists and these communists and all these people want to say that our country sucks. We're racist. We're evil against the black man. We're not. Okay? There are evil people. There are stupid people that make mistakes, and we're going to have to get rid of them. As far as if they're on the police force, fire them, put them in prison, whatever. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, America is the best country. And the people that say all these bad things about America, they're still here, right? Thank you. Case freaking closed. Now, the wall was already paid for, like I said. Walls work. Possible immigrants knew that they would either have to remain in Mexico or probably be sent back where they came from. So when Trump was in office, we had the walls, we had the remain in Mexico policies where they would stay until their asylum claim was either approved or denied, and then they would be sent back if it was denied. They would not come into our darn country and just released all over the freaking country. And we're going to get into that a little bit as well. So, over 7.75 million encounters since Joe Biden has been in office, and 156,000 people crossed the border in January 2023 alone. Now, come on. Okay. I consider that an absolute crisis. Okay, we're going to get into some more details, but my goodness, are you brain dead? This is driving me crazy. I have to do this video because I have to let people know what I'm feeling and thinking because I can't take it. Okay, we have to do something about this. Our country is in trouble more ways than just this. This is just one of the many things that we're in trouble with. We are being destroyed from the inside out, and other countries are seeing that we're weak, and it's horrible. So that is more that the combination of these previous 2 Januaries. So in other words, what happened is in January, the other 2 years that Joe Biden's been in office, this was already more than what was already bad. And that's horrible. So 1.8 million were released into our communities around the country. They're going wherever the heck they want to. They're going to come into your neighborhood, your backyard, and everything else, and affect you in the ways I'm going to talk to you about right now. The entire state of Arkansas has less than 3.1 million people. Think about how many people this really is. That means that there has been enough people flooding into our country to populate 2 or 3 states. Ladies and gentlemen, we're being destroyed from the inside out. And it's nothing against humanity. It's against the way it's being done. That's what it's all about. Now, America has 4.2 million people living in poverty that all of the resources and money that's being spent could help. All of this time, money, resources, and everything could help the poverty-stricken people that are on the streets. This costs a lot of money, and you're going to understand a little bit more about it. Plus, you'll learn more if you watch the entire hearing. Okay. Now, there's also been a rise of officer assassinations, police officers, people that do the work of protecting the citizens. That is incredible. And it's happening because the cartel thinks they can do whatever the hell they want. And it's because the officers, the border patrols, and the people involved, they're all doing everything they can to deal with all these people, and they're distracted. Again, distraction to allow this flood of the cartel and everything that these people and the cartel bring into the country. Okay. Plus, it's hurting our environment due to the trash and the plastic and everything that goes on with the flood of the people coming in here. There's so much. It's so deep. It's not just, oh, the people are here, let's let them. No, it's a lot. And let's talk about it right now. First of all, one of the big problems is the drugs. Americans are dying. Do you understand? Okay, they had 17,700 pounds of fentanyl that was seized in 2022 alone. Now, here's a quote. 476 pounds is enough to kill 100 million people. Now, if you think about it, they found and confiscated 17,700 pounds, and that's just what they found. Okay, it's killing. The fentanyl is killing 300 people a day. It's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to freaking stop this, okay? It's like I said, nothing against human beings or anything like that. It's called protecting our citizens and making America a country and not just an open piece of land. Now, let's talk about the health care for these people. They are taken care of just like every American, except they aren't paying a damn thing. Not even are they billed because the doctors don't even know where they're going, where to send a bill, or don't even know their names in a lot of cases. You know who pays for all of this? You are paying for this. You're paying for everything from the common cold, pregnancies, broken bones, to cancer. They receive the treatment, and the American taxpayer is paying for it. One doctor testified that his nonprofit has spent $26 million and has not been reimbursed by the federal government. That money is from one institution alone. And all that money and resources that could have been used to help the United States community has been used to care for the illegal immigrants. Legal residents have to wait much longer to get the care that they need, and sometimes can't even get the care, so they have to just postpone surgeries and everything like that because the facilities are overwhelmed. It's ridiculous, okay? Now, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but that is a lot of money in caring for these people. All right? And you're paying for it. The tax dollars are paying for this, they're paying for Ukraine, and we've got homeless veterans sitting out in the streets. Homeless people, homeless veterans, all of this money being sent could help get these people off the streets, get them the treatment off these drugs so they don't die, and they can be a good part of a good citizen for our communities instead of making our cities and counties look horrible. Now let's talk about the financial assistance. Now, your tax dollars are hard at work giving each illegal immigrant the ability to receive up to $800 a month. When they get a notice to appear, they're released into our country, they never freaking appear, and they're eligible for up to $800 a month. Whose money? Whose money? Our money, the taxpayers. Ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely ridiculous. Now, schools. Our schools are packed with non-English speaking children. How is that benefiting our children, our communities? Okay. When you come over here legally, you have to learn English. You have to understand the Constitution, how incredible our country is. Okay. And they don't, when you just skip through the border, you don't learn none of that, and you're not part of our communities the way you should be. Okay, they've got to do it the right way. If they're not doing it the right way, they need to remain in Mexico, bring the policy back, or send them back home and do it the right way. Come through the borders, do the request asylum the proper way. Now, so they're packed with non-English speaking children, and then the U.S. citizens are paying for all of the car seats. Okay, that was one thing that was brought up. Of course, we want to be safe all the time, and you must get this car seat. That's what our government says, and they don't get it for free. It's all paid for by the taxpayer. How about the criminals and the cartels? Mexico had a freaking war with the cartel, with helicopters and everything else. A war against the cartel, the Mexican army. Okay, we cannot let this get any more out of control and happen in America. You understand that the cartel are in our country, pretty much doing whatever the heck they want. The cartel that's in there, they're coordinating all of the fentanyl, the drugs, the illegal immigration, the sex trafficking, the child trafficking, the human trafficking, making sure people pay what they're supposed to pay, everything else. Now, the immigrants could be in debt because of this to the cartel forever. All right, that's horrible. Now, what about working Americans? Because of this, it's flooding the market with cheap illegal labor. Then you wonder why, well, we're not getting paid enough there. If maybe you're working, so you want to get a regular job that isn't very high tech or whatever. Nope, they're all gone because of the illegal immigrants. And because of that, it drives down what the person is willing to pay, because the illegal immigrants are paying for whatever. And then guess what happens? They take the money, they don't put it into our economy, they send it to the people outside of the country, their friends, their family. That's not right. That's not the way it should be. So now, human trafficking is on the taxpayer dollars. Biden policies are creating slaves in our country. Okay, so when the immigrants come over here, they're forced to pay. If they don't pay, they're in debt to the cartel up to their entire life. That is slave labor. They're working to pay the cartel. It never thought about that, right? I didn't either, really, to be honest, but it's true. It's absolutely true. The border is like this because of the Democrats. It is a lack of will, not a lack of resources. That's the problem. They don't want to close the border. They don't want to say that the border is closed so people won't continue to flood in here. Like I told you earlier, they want chaos, confusion, so they can create a socialist, communist, one world government. So we must impeach Mayorkas, Kamala Harris, and Joe Biden. They have to be impeached. So that's the last thing I want to say about this video. I can go on and on about everything, but I have to keep a topic, and this was in regards to our illegal immigration that is destroying America from the inside out, and we have to stop it. With that said, I want to say thank you so much for the time that you spent with me in this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and support me if you like my work and my information. Other than that, we'll check you on the next videos. Thanks.